That's him. The one with the book. You oozing carbuncle. You ain't had enough of Warsaw yet? So you're sticking your nose in on people here?
You know what happens to fellas who sniff around where they ain't supposed to?
Mirov don't kid around with them.
I just wanted to stop by the laundry.
He must have shit his pants. You'll have to find yourself another laundry.
You're talking nonsense!
By Abraham's beard, that's the way it was. Did you hear about Praga? I'm at the harbor getting fish, and half the wharf is in splinters. They said there's even bodies.
More bodies than they usually fish out of the Vistula, practically every day. They were only just writing about Powiśle.
But listen to this. They're saying it's some giant did it all.
You sure?
Maybe I can help. Recently, I've taken an interest in one of those.
Leave us alone. Did you wander in here by mistake?
I hope those guys outside are your relatives. Otherwise, you're paying too much for your protection. Are you scared of something?
I'm not easily frightened. I have the time spent working with your father to thank for that. You got some dirty laundry that needs cleaning, Mr. Shulsky.
I was interested in this giant you mentioned to the fishmonger.
I can't help you. Rabbis are the ones who deal with golems.
I didn't say anything about a golem.
I'm afraid I can't help you. And now, if you'd like...
You were curious how my father died. Beneath the ruins of a building in Śródmieście.
That's awful. How did it happen?
I'm glad you're asking. A remarkable death, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's have a word about your conflict with my father.
There was no such thing. I have warm feelings for the store, and his father as well.
Why did you quit working for my father?
It was a mutual decision.
I know that you and my father parted ways in bad terms. What happened?
We both had difficult personalities, but I still remember him fondly.
You're not telling me everything.
I don't have to explain myself to you, Mr. Shulsky.
I'm leaving now, but I can tell this won't be the last time we meet.
Farewell. Is there something else you need?
Let's talk about your relationship with my father. A tense relationship.
Mr. Shulsky, I'll say it one more time. Stanisław and I didn't quarrel.
Liar. Your anger still lingers around the photograph of my father. You're going to find it hard to hide anything from me.
I'm not in the habit of speaking ill of the dead, Mr. Shulsky. Especially to their family. Old grudges drove us apart. Not all stains are easy to remove. Especially ones on a person's honor.
And might they give you a reason to seek revenge? A motive?
I can't summon golems if that's what you're getting at.
But you know there is such a possibility.
Is that all? I need to get back to work.
You didn't need the power to send the golem after my father. Old Soffer did it at your request.
And do you know what for?
You hated him when you quit working for him, and you still hate him. Hate is a powerful emotion. It can lead to vengefulness.
I wager you don't have a blind clue what you're talking about.
What kind of justice is it when children suffer for their father's sins? You started it, so you'll help me finish it. No one innocent needs to suffer anymore.
Miss Lydia. It's true. What do you want?
To get rid of the golem. Tell me something, anything, that will get me closer to a solution.
Instead of telling you, I'll show you.
Where? Into an alley, where some friend of yours will smack me around?
To the synagogue. Are you coming?
Yes, let's go.
We'll stop to get Feldman. He should see this too.
So,
No wonder the roof is leaking if the foundation is crumbling. A lovely metaphor, Hashem. But what happened here had nothing to do with Hashem. Did it?
Mr. Shulsky wished to know the origin of his curse. This is where it took its shape. I wanted his father to suffer. Maybe I wished death on him.
Revenge is no justice. It is always dictated by anger. And in anger, erring comes easily. But Sofer agreed to it.
He summoned the golem. What else do you want to know?
this place won't tell me any more.
And what have you learned?
The clay formed a shell that Sofer infused with the saluter.
Sofer told me to bring clay. Sticky and cold. I can't say how many of those buckets there were. Hours sculpting the Colossus until my hands went numb. I could feel the clay absorbing my anger, as if my rage was making it take shape on its own.
Hours? That must have been horribly exhausting.
What's a few hours in exchange for a curse that lasts generations? The hole you can't miss over there is the new door the golem smashed when it was summoned to life.
And no one saw anything. How is that possible?
Is that your worry, Rabbi?
These are the remains of some fabric that Sofer wrote something on, in Hebrew, I think. This might be some prayer, incantation, even a spell. There's not enough left to read anything. That's all, but I'm not any closer to a solution. I need someone like Sofer.
A thaumaturge and a Kabbalist?
Do you know one, Rabbi?
There's only one name that comes to mind, but...
Ariel Roffe. A good-for-nothing, vengeful, godless scoundrel.
Strong words from your lips.
Of course.
Do you know one another?
Well, I know him well enough to suspect that he might not want to help me. But I'll look for him.
Clearly, the Shulsky family has an easy time getting into conflict with Jews.
Come now, don't be silly.
There is just one thing I'd really like to know, Mr. Shulsky. Standing where you are now, what do you think about your father's responsibility in all this?
For years I had no place in my father's life. Though I admit in any event that the feeling was mutual. But I don't want to judge him.
Debts must always be repaid.
I'm settling my scores.
All right, I think it's time for us to go. This place just makes the blood boil. Let's get Mr. Shulsky away from here. And stop by tomorrow. We'll have some tea and work through a few questions.
Mr. Shulsky, I would like this to be our farewell. I tell you from my heart, anger and pride are poor advisors. I know that firsthand, but it's too late for me. You can still save yourself. I'll be thinking of you.
Shall we?
Let's get out of here. quiet this time.
Bored? Then go ask that uniform what he's doing here. Or tell him to skidoo.
Hey, fancy pants! Fuck off!
Hang on, hang on. You lost, officer?
Hang on! It's the mama's boy of Śródmieście.
I was wondering when they'd be holding fights again in the dungeon.
Your face itching, mama's boy?
Now we've got some kind of scrap to set up.
I'm looking for Ariel Roffe.
Maybe he had a reason to make it so hard.
Mr. Roffe didn't mention nobody was gonna be looking for him. How about first your proof you're the son of Śródmieście? You wanna try your luck, sonny?
Maybe just a friendly one to get the blood pumping. We're in the dungeon after all, aren't we? But under one condition. If I win, you tell me where I can find Ariel.
If I win, I'll be happy enough.
Hang on. That's enough.
You're the son of a bitch of Śródmieście.
Thank you. Now, would anyone be so kind as to point me in the direction of Mr. Ariel Roffe?
Take a look at Różycki Bazaar. He's got this sorta Geschäft there.
Thanks. They're right to call this place the dungeon. That wasn't too hard.
Where do you think you're going, pretty boy?
I'm looking for someone. They say he's got a business here.
Do the smart thing and hit the road. Go on, fuck off.
Am I wrong, or are you guarding a closed butcher's store? This is Ariel Roffe's Geschäft, right?
I'll check you the hell out in a minute and we'll be done.
You talk just like the friend I'm looking for.
I'm asking you nicely, capisce? Beat it!
I'm looking for Ariel Roffe.
Then you can double fuck off, you fucking dummkopf!
You'll attract more attention with that shouting.
Buzz on for I get my club. You're not gonna tell me how to do my job, you flibbit and raggedy sod. Beat it.
I swear, I know this is Ariel's hideout.
Know how to read? It says butcher's shop.
Sure, it's extra kosher, because there's no meat at all in there. Come on, every bum at Różyc reeks of booze from this place.
And when they come here, I'll tell them to fuck off.
But I know Ariel's got his hideout here. I even know which copper's hands he greases.
I don't know about no bribes, you
Provocateur?
Fuck off.
Please, I just want a word with Ariel.
Ogres, how come he's still standing here mouthing off at you?
It's me, Victor.
Shulsky, I remember. Fuck off.
So, should I give him what for, boss?
Do what you want.
Ariel, come on. Let's talk, please.
But Ogras, maybe don't take on the son of Shrut Miestia on your own, yeah?
I'll call you a priest if you want.
right, leave him be.
I'm sorry.
Come on, Shulsky. Let's get out of sight. But if anything starts shaking, I'll shoot you.
Don't stare. That way.
This whole butcher's shop is a cover, right?
None of your business.
Sit down. Tell me why you're bothering me, and how exactly did you find me?
Why do they call that bruiser Oguras?
He's got a green pecker from untreated pox with these little bumps like on those little cocktail gherkins.
I hope he gets well soon.
I'll pass that on. That everything?
A very inventive hiding spot. And a nice place.
We've got our own little store here with different varieties. I'm just doing my best to unload it efficiently. Don't waste my time.
It wasn't such a huge challenge.
Who squealed?
There are traces all over the dungeon. You're not being very careful.
If you want something out of me, you better get to the ass-kissing part. Say what you want.
I've got a certain problem, and I'd like to get rid of it quickly.
Is it made of clay and weighs 2 tons when it shows up? So you got sick of running back and forth across Kervich Bridge?
I'm not going to pretend I understand.
Golems aren't great at swimming, remember? Since it's following you, going across a bridge would force it to. Forget it. I can see why you can't deal with it on your own.
I need the knowledge of a Kabbalist. Your knowledge.
I think I have at least a few reasons to say no, don't I? The main one is the death of my business partner and best friend.
My sympathies about Javier. Really, he didn't deserve it. But I didn't deserve a golem either.
A faithful friend and a quick healer. What am I supposed to do with your sympathies?
I don't have time, Ariel. We both know that only you can help me. You can keep tormenting me, but are you going to tell me something or not?
I can torment you and tell you. A golem is a salutor like any other, but housed in a physical form. But you attract it and bind it in the same way.
So you need to discern the flaw of the person it's following and then defeat it.
Well done. The difference being that it's following blood first and the flaw second. But first you have to deprive the golem of its physical body, the shell in which the salutor is housed. You also need to know where the ritual was conducted, because that's the only place you can do it. Good luck.
How can I get rid of that clay shell it has?
You can't. For that you need a Kabbalist. Moi. I know the incantation for the Berur ritual.
What?
Instructions for reversing the evil eye, cleansing body and soul, In hiding from the unwanted, but why should I explain them to you?
I'm guessing this will cost me something. Money? A favor? A further humiliation?
We'll see.
So, apart from my family's blood, the golem is attracted to my initial flaw, right?
Initial? So how many have you got?
I meant the one and only flaw that reveals itself in youth.
And what Salutor latched onto it? The Golden Duck of Warsaw?
Very funny. I know the place the golem was summoned. The basement of Nozick Synagogue.
So, Sofer managed to do it?
Thank you. So we're going into the basement of a synagogue, where you'll use Kabbalah to strip the golem of its physical form, right? Then I'll bind it and free myself from its curse?
Not quite. The golem is mine.
What do you need the golem for?
None of your business.
You want revenge. That's very sentimental if you think about it.
Another word, and you'll be looking for a new Kabbalist.
Over my dead body.
Very possibly. That's not such a bad price for relative peace. And you'll never hear me say, fuck off, again.
And what about my flaw? If I lose my initial flaw, I'll lose contact with my initial salutor, right?
Could be yes, could be no. I don't know. Want to find out?
No.
Unless you've got a long line of relatives with flaws.
I've got a sister, twin, but I don't know if Ligia carries a flaw.
You'd better find out if you want to get rid of the golem. Then go back to your sister and find out if she carries a flaw.
All right, I'll bring her here. Maybe she'll be better off without the flaw.
I'm not here to heal your conscience. You're one cold son of a bitch.
Let's wrap this up. We've got a deal.
Ah. A toast? A very successful batch. We haven't shipped everything out yet.
This won't make me go blind, will it?
The risk is part of the fun.
L'chaim.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Ready?
We'll meet there. I've got one more thing to sort out.
Don't forget your sister.
Not now, Victor. I don't have time.
We have to talk about the golem. I know how to stop it now.
You know what to do? Tell me.
I found out that you can only call off a golem in the place where it was made. It was summoned in the synagogue.
How do you know that?
Father's former sales clerk led me there.
Hayat? How did he know? Don't tell me he had something to do with this.
Well, he begged the previous rabbi to send the golem after father. It looks to me like he did this out of hatred.
I have the urge to send that laundry of his up in smoke. What's our connection to all this?
Do you know what a flaw is?
Kind of, but Papa didn't tell me too much about his abilities.
If you were to tell me the one thing in your life that matters most, what would it be?
Where's this coming from? My family. And you, too, of course.
Now, seriously this time.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm putting you second. Work comes first. I want to work. Hard and honestly. And I want to be respected for it. Not have fingers pointed at me. And so it will be.
I don't doubt you've got that certain something inside you. I will. And thank you for opening up to me. And good luck.
Thank you.
I meant the people who stand in your way.
Thank you.
Do you trust me, sister?
I trust you. And I'm glad that you're here with me, even if it's not always easy.
I have to poke around here a little more yet. I'm not completely sure what to look for.
If you need anything, just ask.
Victor, tell me, does the blood on the pavement by the entrance really stand out?
I didn't notice anything.
Attaboy. Listen, we've got a job coming our way, just like in the good old days. You, me, and beating up some thugs. Interested? I know you are.
Tell me, what kind of action have you got coming up?
There's this guy, Kafar, from Ruzhitz. The bastard thinks he can mess with the left bank. He and his people seized one of mine, Max. Said he owed them. He got away, but there's still bad blood. I thought I might explain a thing or two to Kafar. So, shall we go there?
Why don't the shivs deal with it?
You offer an adventure to strengthen the bond in good faith, and this is how he treats you. I love my boys, and don't tell them that, but you've got to be nifty here and know some magic. Come to Ruzhitz with me.
You have my grimoire.
Yes, that's what I like to hear. Come on, let's show Kafar we mean business. I won't have anyone going after my people for some imaginary debts. Look how beautiful it is. The babble of fishwives, the cursing of longshoremen, and there, marshmallows are being cut on a chopping block. Oh, and there my dad used to have a stall. Well, never mind. Where do we find that wise guy?
There, in a shack in the southeast. His people usually stand by the entrance.
Let's go then. But you go with the ships and lock Ruzhitz so that Kafar knows this is serious. And so that none of those bastards get away.
I can't let you stick your neck out for me, boss.
Not just me. It won't be the first time we beat on some knaves with Victor.
What exactly did that Kafar do to you?
He's threatening to send his people to hurt my daughter if I don't give him back his money. I won the money fair and square, in a game of cards, but Kafar claims he was drunk, and I took advantage of that.
Don't worry. We'll sort him out for good. Go on, close the gates.
On it, boss.
Today, my dear Victor, we will embark on a sentimental journey. A long, long time ago in the Mermaid City lived a brute, the leader of 40 grafters, keeping order at Ruzhitz.
Let me guess. We are the righteous warriors who will teach him a lesson, right?
You know it. We are some helpful bastards, aren't we?
seem to be in awfully good mood.
Well, sure. It's just like the old days, isn't it? You and me against the world. Old pals pledged their loyalty, their voices like a sling projectile. Besides, the Różyc lads are really fun to smack around. Oh wait, speak of the devil. Here they are. Let the fun begin.
What do you think you're doing? Closing the gates, kicking up a shindy? You shouldn't show up here, Nujits.
Yes, I know. You're intimidated by the sight of an intellectual. It's time to write the first chapter of today's tale on these ruddy mugs. I will call it The Pilgrim and the Poet Came. Oh, Victor, that was truly exquisite. Can you smell the aroma of Madeleine wafting through the air? When he smacked the tallest one, I almost shed a tear.
And this is just chapter 1. Time for chapter 2?
Sure thing. And we can do anything we want in it. It just has to end with us paying Kafar a visit. After all, I'm on official business here. This is our time, Victor. And time is like a little partridge, running fast as fuck. We need to take advantage of that. Follow me. One scum queen awaits in a tower.
Lead the way.
Hold on, scumbags. I'm talking to you.
What did we do to deserve that kind of treatment from the authorities?
Authorities? What authority? He's just a corrupt copper.
You must have a death wish, you lice-ridden mongrel.
Lovely. Another one to be made into mincemeat. Let's go, Victor. Although, upon careful consideration, the process won't help much in this case.
Oi, let me just... Get out of here, bastards!
Abaritsu, do you remember how we used to make fun of the constables to make them chase us?
I sure do.
Hey, ugly. It's in your pocket and it's gonna muck it.
What?
Shit a lot.
I'm gonna tear you apart.
This one lacks a sense of humor. Chapter 2, The Pilgrim and the Poet Song.
Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here. There's something odd nearby. Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here.
What are you joshing for? Niedzic, this ain't your turf. Why the hell did you come here raising a stink?
Get out of our way, plebeian.
Wait, Abauritze. Take a look at him. Doesn't he look like...
Samson the Thug! The same beady eyes are straying in search of reason.
What did you say?
You look like a hothead from way back who stood in our way. Shall we do the same as we did with the other one?
We're from the Franciscan Sisters to see the Honorable Mr. Caffar, whose generosity is widely known on both sides of the Vistula. We're collecting money for a wooden figure of Christ by the puppet maker Geppetto. We're going to raise money together once his oak limbs come to life.
What? Is there such a puppet maker?
Fuck, I can't keep my countenance like I used to. You can't talk to this idiot.
I'll get you for this.
Kafar, you fucker.
Niedzits, you snitch. You always drop in unannounced.
Did you hear that? A loan shark calls me a snitch? The scumbag. Next time, I'll send you a note. I want you to stay the fuck away from my people, especially Max.
And what are you going to do? I've got a reputation here. You'd best shut your trap and bark up a different tree.
He's going to get his trap smacked. Let's get him.
So what's your version of the story?
Who cares? I didn't take you to have a conversation with him.
The darkest place is under the candle. Your Max nicked something important from me to sell it himself.
Sugar?
How?
Never mind.
Yeah. Max wanted to sell right under Niedzit's nose. By getting square with him, I'm doing you a favor.
Shut your trap! Victor, I'm getting impatient.
Listen, maybe this time we can use our heads. As it happens, Kafar has a small intoxicating secret.
What do you mean? We're not going to shoot the scumbag? Then our sentimental journey won't be complete, and I will have to rewrite the final chapter.
Kafar is afraid that his sugar smuggling will be exposed. He does it behind the manager's back.
You've really impressed me now, Victor. Well, magic, bitch. You're not so tough now, are you?
And who's going to believe you, fancy boy? Get out of here.
So how about we fuck him up?
Fine, let's try your way.
Like in the good old days.
Aren't you a jumpy little rooster? You've got nothing on me. And Max has got to give me what he owes.
All right, have it your way. Victor and I will be going now.
Really?
Fuck no. And now say goodbye to your teeth, darling. Chapter 3. The Pilgrim and the Poet conquered.
fuck out.
Yeah, I bet you will. Victor, give me Satanisław's gun.
There. Let the story come full circle.
Say hello to Setsemin in hell.
Who?
Look, Kafar left us some aquavita.
Then get it and let's get out of here.
Let's go. We've earned ourselves a high-grade epilogue. Well, this is what I call a happy ending. We beat up a few thugs, and we taught them a lesson. Well, if that was an evil deed, then the Tsarist government would have arranged Warsaw differently. The loan shark is defeated, and justice prevails eventually. What a grand time. I had a ball. How about you?
Likewise.
You better tell me why it was my dad who swung for it, not us. Honestly. We came back, Satanisław took you into his office for questioning, and then what?
I can't remember. I was too scared. Father first yelled at me and then told me to pack.
Do you think your old man was right to expel you?
No, I still hold the grudge against him. I've never felt as unwanted and lonely as I did then.
He tried to protect you. Don't you get it? My dad wouldn't have wanted me to rot in jail instead of him either. Even after everything. Never mind. Each of us had his share of suffering. And now, we're here drinking vodka as winners. Kings of life, lords of death.
What are you going to do about Max?
Nothing pleasant, that's all I can promise. He wanted to pull a fast one on me, but it ain't gonna happen.
I have to admit that this is some quality vodka.
Agreed. It burns the throat like the urge to sing sonnets. It hits the head like inspiration. Tastes like Różycka. You know, the booze from the butcher's shop.
I know, so it's kosher.
Victor, what do you think about me? Really?
Why do you ask all of a sudden?
Stop hedging, you're pissing me off.
I think you're my friend.
What? You still trust me even after I had you kidnapped? Are you an idiot? I'm kidding. I'd follow you into a fire, brother. But don't tell it to my lads or they'll get jealous. But enough talking for now. Let's drink. To friendship, Victor. To being squared up.
let's wait. Let's wait until... So, let's kill some time.
Well, Victor, how's the action thing coming along? You know, the vodka's getting cold, and a lifetime opportunity is about to pass.
I'm sorry, I think I'll deal with it some other time.
Feel invited.